Good morning and welcome to another mid-March morning run. I don't actually know when this video's coming out. It might be April for you guys, but for me, lovely public holiday, Monday the 9th. It's my first run in the new SuperBlast 3s. There they are. I'm about 10 minutes into this run, and what I'll do is I'll go through the ASICS lineup today. Well, at least the ASICS shoes that I've got. And I'll tell you what they're for and whether I recommend buying them or not. So let's start off with the SuperBlast 3, since that's what I'm wearing on today's run. Now today's run is just a easy long run. 3 hours, 20 minutes, somewhere between about 28 and 30k. And it's a good start for the SuperBlasts. So I'm currently about half an hour in, 4.5k, and definitely have a few first impressions. The 3s feel a lot softer than the 2s, and I think that's by design, given they've got the FF Leap foam instead of the, not quite sure what the last one was. So the FF Leap foam is what's in the Metaspeeds, the top end race shoes, and it definitely feels soft, but it doesn't feel bad soft. It feels performance soft, if that's a thing. So I'm still coming back from an Achilles injury, and I can definitely still feel it. I'm doing a ton of calf raises, like a day, to kind of get better, and I can walk properly, but running is still a bit painful. But these shoes are actually really accommodating. They feel like they're supporting my shoe, even though it's a softer ride than the other shoes, the SuperBlast 2s. It just feels great. It feels like it's under control, like it's been supported. I'm trying to make this a progression long run. So what does that mean? So every 30 minutes, I want to increase the power by like 5 watts. And for better or worse, so I've only done the first block, but I couldn't actually get it down as low as I was supposed to. I was supposed to do about 240 watts for the first 30 minutes. It's kind of a warm-up and to get my body back into running with the injury. But I couldn't get below 255. I averaged 255 watts, which is probably what I'm going to do at the end of this session. And I was doing 640 per K instead of 705 to 710. But it was easy. My heart rate was like 135 to 140. That's my easy run. So there's very much some sort of magic in these shoes that just allows you to push harder and go faster, with it being just as easy. And so where does the SuperBlast 3 fit into the ASICS lineup? Now I'm going to agree with a lot of other reviewers online. It's definitely more of an easy long run shoe. So I'm doing, as I said earlier, 3 hours and 20 minutes. That's the sort of long run that I would do in this shoe. Now anything shorter than say 2 hours, I think the SuperBlast 2 was amazing at, but over 2 hours just didn't quite have what it needed. And I think maybe that's what the SuperBlast 3 is improving upon. The easy long runs that are actually really long. Now the Mega Blast, I don't actually have a set. I would love to get one, but they're like almost $400 and I've got enough shoes as it is. From what I've heard, the Mega Blast is a bit firmer, and I think it's probably it's similar to the SuperBlast 3, but it's probably designed for more of those long run workouts. So when you're doing multiple repetitions of like 2 by an hour, 3 by an hour, etc., you're doing a long run, but within it you're going, at marathon pace, half marathon pace, etc. Whereas this SuperBlast, it's more for those easy days. You're going out long, but you're not going super hard. What about the other ASICS shoes? So I am a big fan of the Nova Blast 5. A lot of people would call it a daily trainer. Nah, I completely disagree with that. It's an easy day shoe. For me, I struggle to get over anything faster than 630 per K. It's just not built for that sort of speed and intensity. Now I am a heavier and a slower runner, so if you're lighter, it might be actually different to you, slightly different paces, but still it's definitely an easy day shoe. where does the SuperBlast 2 fit in? So the 2 fit in right after the NovaBlast 5. It's kind of in between a SuperBlast 3 and the MegaBlast. It can do those sort of tempo work, but it's also good at like more of a daily trainer type role. The difference between, say, the MegaBlast and the SuperBlast 3 and the SuperBlast 2 is that personally I don't think the SuperBlast 2 is designed for more than about 2 to 2.5 hours. If you're doing a 3-hour run, it's kind of pushing it. But if you're doing a 2-hour run, it was fantastic. Great shoe, and I've still got a few sets. I've got 2 sets of the 2s left with about 200k on them each. And I'm going to keep them for my shorter tempo work. And if you guys can get them on discount, highly recommend picking up a set. When you take a step up from the tempo work, let's say you want to do some threshold work, threshold intervals, harder intensities, that's where the Sonic Blast comes in. And the Sonic Blast is fantastic at its job of the sweet spot and the threshold work. Now, I personally don't have the Magic Speed 5, but from what I've been able to gather online, is that's the next step. If you're doing 2, 3, 4, 5k repeats, that's the Sonic Blast territory. That's your threshold work. But if you're doing 200s, 400, 800s, maybe even 1k repeats, that's where you want something a bit more peppy, and where the Magic Speed 5 comes in. When it comes to race day, that's where the Meta Speeds come in. I personally got a set of the Meta Speed Edge because I'm definitely more of a heel striker, and I think that's what differentiates the Edge from the Sky. The Edge is more for heel strikers, while the Sky is more for mid and forefoot strikers. Now, do you need all those shoes? No, you really don't. I've got, I think, 5 out of 7. The ones I don't have is the Mega Blast and the Magic Speed 5. Would I buy the SuperBlast 3s again? I'm actually really enjoying them. I'm only about an hour 10 into my run, but it's really helping with my Achilles. And I'm going faster. They're lovely, they're great. But if I was starting from scratch, I don't think you need them. I think the NovaBlast 5, fantastic easy day shoe. If you then get a Mega Blast, that's your long run. It's also your workout shoe and your long run workout shoe. You then get the Meta Speeds, and that's your race day. I think that is an amazing 3-shoe rotation, which doesn't fit the SuperBlast 3. If you only want a 2-shoe rotation, you take out the Meta Speeds, you go the Mega Blast and the Nova Blast. Those 2 would be all you need. Now, I've got basically a shoe for everything. I do my workouts in my workout shoe, my tempo in my tempo shoe, long run and long run shoe, easy run and the easy run shoe, and then the race. So for someone like me, it's fine, it's good. But you need to have a shoe for every specific run. If you're someone that just wants 1 or 2 shoes, it's probably not for you. And now, so that's how I view the ASICS lineup. I'll be keen to see what you guys think of it. Where would you put the SuperBlast 3? How would you rate it? Have you done a run in it? I'll be keen to find out. So make sure you drop a comment down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm just going to tack this on the end. I'm 3 runs in. I'm 15k into today's run. I've done about 60k in the SuperBlast 3 so far. Wouldn't buy again. They're not too bad, but they basically feel just like a Nova Blast, just slightly faster. For the same effort intensity, it's about 5 to 10 seconds per k faster. But I might as well just get the Nova Blast, over $100 cheaper, and just be like session training runs. Doesn't matter too much. Just be slightly slower.